We always say, you know, I would kill for my family or I would die for my family. Um, but would you really, you know? I mean, when really put in that situation, would you really? Would you really give up your life? Do you really love something or someone that much? These people have placed themselves on the side of this dump, a very large junk pile where they can live off scavenged bits of materials. They can sell them for a few pennies and you know, feed their family. He's at the end. He's at the end of his rope. He doesn't know what to do. So, in a sense, when the film begins, he's already dead, really. You know? And it's not until he decides to die for his family. It's not until then that he actually begins to live. By, you know, condemning himself to death by sacrificing his life for his family, in a weird way, that's how he learns to live again, you know. It's at that moment that he takes his first breath, and probably in many years. You know. He now feels that this money can change their lives, can bring them out of this abject poverty, this horrible life that they live. So in a way, he's now able to provide for them. So the money is in many ways evil, but within this world that we live in, this society that we live in, money has kind of oddly replaced spirituality and God, or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's become power. It's become life itself. I should be committed to an institution immediately for even thinking that I could get away with that. These two things are opposing. You know, they oppose one another. To be a director, you have to be in complete control of the set, complete control of the surroundings, and very aware of what's going on and what's being used and what's not being used, and it's insanity. To be an actor, you have to be, in a sense, out of control. I had written the part for Marlon, with Marlon in mind, but I never wanted to approach him. I was always uncomfortable with the idea of approaching him because I didn't want him to feel, you know, like I didn't want him to feel obligated or uncomfortable or awkward, you know, that I was asking him, you know, to play this part and he would have to say no. You know, so I never approached him with it. So for him to have asked me if I had cast the part that I had thought of him for was very strange, because I'd never spoken to him about it. So when he asked me, you know, did you get somebody to play that part or whatever that you were thinking of me for? And I said no. He said, all right, send me the script. Send him the script. 5 days later, he called me. He said, all right, I'll do it. There's no way to, for me anyway, to direct Marlon. I believe that if somebody tries to direct him, I think that's the worst thing you could do. I believe the thing to do with someone like Marlon is to talk everything out, discuss all the possibilities, turn on the camera, and capture it. That's all you can do. You just capture him. I really approached the film like as if there was a big white piece of paper and I was just going to draw a picture on it. And whether that picture was good or bad, or whatever people thought of it, what they could never take away was that it was my picture.